Good afternoon and welcome to Blindbuilds. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today we have an update on the Iron Man Hall of Armor I'm building. Yeah, I have all those cool Iron Man Hall of Armor pieces and things to go into his engineering room, and well, I wanted to build a structure based around it. But of course, it's Iron Man, so he's kind of got to hide in plain sight, and I had that really cool noodle shop, the side builds, which was the bicycle repair shop and the newsstand, also the arcade, but the arcade's going to go on the second floor. So I've been mixing them in, and this is what I got so far. And of course, you saw the M.I.L.S plate I designed in the first part of this series. And if you don't mind, if this is your first time discovering my channel, please go below and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It'll go a long way to helping me raise awareness for the visually impaired and the blind through the alternative means and methods that I do here on this channel. Thank you so much for doing that. And leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought of the Iron Man Hall of Armor stuff they've come out with so far. I still need to get that Costco exclusive one, which is something that is on my list for this year to acquire. I intend to get the Costco one and the 2001 Avengers Advent Calendar one. But now let's get back into this. This has been a bit of a pain to build. I'll be straight with you. Not the bicycle shop, which is over here in the corner. Let me remove. So I've had to get some lamp posts online. We talked about that before. This is the DeLorean from the Lego Dimensions series. And I actually built him a little platform here, but we can just pop that platform up and out so that you can take a look at what's behind it. Let's set the DeLorean over here off to the side where he's not going to be bothered, and hopefully Cream doesn't attack him. All right, so I got this big area tiled up here in the front because I really appreciated the L-shaped structure that we got in the assembly square, and I thought, why not do something similar? Of course, it led to the bicycle shop being very, very small in comparison to other things. It's kind of a cramped little bicycle shop, but it's a cramped little bicycle shop. I mean, it's kind of all you need from a bicycle shop, just a place to do a little work on the inside. And I don't think I have anything loose in there except I forgot about the vehicle. So before I flip this thing onto its side and go in depth on what I've built in here, we'll just continue covering what's visible. So right now, the only thing visible for the bicycle shop is this doorway that I've made. Yeah, well, it's just a glass door. And then on the other side, I have can turn it over here. I have a green door here. I think it's green. I'm not sure which color it is actually. But it's a door that has the little windows in it. And it's more of a house door. And what that leads to is a little hallway that allows for the person manning the newsstand. And of course, it's not a typical day on my channel without me knocking something over. So let me just go ahead and knock that one over preemptively. I'm just going to set the lampposts down for now. Yeah. Okay, so the newsstand right here, that was the little pathway to get to the newsstand. Where's the newsstand? Yeah. And years ago, I got a Lego City set that was, it was a Dirty Santa gift kind of thing. We were doing, I guess, White Elephant with Lego. We had a big Lego Christmas party, and I ended up getting the ATM machine burglary thing that came with a little police vehicle and police dog. And anyway, I decided, why not merge it? So there's an ATM machine sitting right here that anybody, on the street can just use. And then over here is the newsstand. It's got these little Post-its on the little magazine rack, and there's the little doorways in there. You can open up with your. Let me get them open. Crap. I didn't realize they weren't open. There it goes. You gotta get your fingertips in there. Yeah, open it. Open it. There it goes. Yeah. Now the second one should be easier to open, but you would think it's easier to open. But not with the magazine rack there. So you got to remove the magazine rack or slide it off to the side a bit. Come on. There it goes. Okay, come here. Open that up. Then you come back in, and magazine rack keeps it open. Yeah. I think Seawall shut it whenever he was helping me out with the garage door. Let's get that. Come on. There it goes. Yeah. All right. It's a little out in front. Oh, nuts. It doesn't. Come on now. Stay. Who's a good Lego piece? You're a good Lego piece. Yes, you are. There you go. All right. That's the little newsstand, and I thought that was really fun. That got the little newspaper as a sign, little awning to keep everybody dry, just a simple little newsstand. And I decided, mix it into this. And then over here we have the main event of the first floor, which is I used some nice little fences up here at the top. I don't know what that was. I hope that wasn't important. It probably was. I'm just knocking things over. That's just what I do here on blind_prime. And darn it, I'm just gonna set that off to the side. Okay. All right. Now let's take a look. So I checked out. I own the city garage, and in the city garage they have an opening and shutting garage door. Well, I opened it up, took it apart to learn about the inner workings of it, and there was this really fun piece. It's got a center bit that puts onto an axle, and then it has little. It's got 4 spokes that come out from it, and each spoke is rounded and has a little hole in it for you to put sticks and stuff. It's a really neat little piece. I described it as a whirligig. I was like, yeah, it's got this weird whirligig piece. And I was on the phone with a Seawall while he was up in Missouri doing something for work, and I was telling him about it. And I go, yeah, I called it the whirligig piece because I don't know have no other way to describe it. And he went, is it got a center axle and it comes out in 4 different directions with little rounded bits? And I went, yeah, that's it. And he's like, yeah, I call that the whirligig too. That was kind of funny. Anyway, so he showed up and helped me out with color matching a bit because I had mixed in some pink pieces somehow. And isn't that just Lego? Pink pieces will just show up in your build. And he helped me finish up this garage door. But back to the city garage, I took it apart. I only had one of those 2 whirligigs, and it wasn't working with just one. So what I ended up doing is I ended up redesigning it using those little wheels. Actually, maybe I have one over here just kind of hanging out. Yeah, using one of these wheels, which you find on some of the Technic stuff. They're sometimes used as gears. They're neat little wheels, but you can get them on chariots and things like that. They have the Technic pinholes in them all over the place, and they're really thin. They came in the Sicarian Iron Man armor set, and I have plenty of these. I ended up with a lot of them. So what I did is I stacked 2 of them right next to each other on either end of an axle, and then I put there's a little clip edge on the edges of this garage door, and I put that through one of these holes, and that's what allows this gear here on top. We just spin it and look at that. Oh, that is so glorious. Oh, it opens. Yeah. Now the negative to not using the whirligig pieces is the fact that if I go too far back, it's going to roll up inside. There's nothing that stops it. I tried using a rubber piece, but there was too much tension there, and this gear wasn't allowing it to do. So you just rotate it back. Come on, there it goes. It gets a little stuck at the top, but there we go, and it just falls. It's a little loose in the sense of there's no torque. There's nothing holding it up whenever I roll it up, sadly. But I do. Once you hit a spot, it will. Once you hit a spot, it will stay. There it goes. Yeah, it just kind of rests, and then you can rotate it back down, and it falls. That's pretty cool. It took me. Let's see. All weekend. It took me all weekend to do while I was building this. This particular garage door was multiple reworks and retools until I finally figured it out. And then Seawall came over for a visit the other night and helped me complete it by pointing out things that my blind self had missed. And honestly, there's a piece right there. That's weird. I didn't realize there was a lip now on the sides that goes forward just a bit. But that's okay. That's a nice lip. Over here, we can spin it around on this side and get a look at the side here. But first off, let's go ahead and show you the best part about this garage door. I'm so happy with my garage door. Let's roll it up. And I always put my fingers here because I want to make sure I don't roll it up too far by accident. There it goes. Now we can drive this vehicle out. Oh yeah, look at that. Hey, hey, don't get stuck. Okay, yeah, go. No, just drive it out. That's pretty cool. It holds that vehicle quite well. We're going to set the vehicle down over here. I think he's the last. Let's go ahead and roll this. Oh no, did I just screw up on live camera? Yeah, I just screwed up. And that's the problem with not having my stoppers. I rolled it back too far. Got preoccupied with other things, and now we got a mess. Now we got a mess, and so this is a good time to show you how the inner workings of it are. I'm going to go ahead around. I got to rebuild this thing because I don't think I put enough pieces to allow for disassembly. And honestly, I need to break into this, but nuts. Always something falling. Always and forever. Okay, so that's the cover piece. That allows me to get in here. And all I do now is I'm going to rotate this around, figure out how to get all of this stuff back in there. Come on. Come on now. There you go. So what I have in here, I'm going to flip it backwards so we can take a look. Yeah, that's all the pieces. So here we go. And there. This is the glory of using a M.I.L.S plate, by the way, is I could just put it on its side and I don't have to worry about anything. Now look, in here I have this. There it is. It uses two axles, long axles that go from side to side inside that thing. And then, let's see, is that enough light for you people with vision? I am not actually sure. So we're going to come over here. There we go. Ooh, there it is. All right. Tilt it just a little bit, and that should be enough light for you to see by, hopefully. Anyway, so in here I have that little piece, and it rotates this entire thing. The axle that controls with the gear is connected on the side above the newsstand, and then on the other side is just a Technic pin with an axle side connected into a Technic brick. So that's how it works. Now let me go ahead and put it back together. You know, it's pretty simple to look at now, you know, after figuring it all out and going, oh yeah, that's pretty easy. Actually, you know, figuring out how to do it and going around and sourcing the pieces necessary to accomplish the job, because I didn't always have the pieces that I thought I did or that I dreamed I would. Now let's go ahead and thread that back down in there. It goes. Now just rotate you. Come on. Come on. Hey, hey. All right, come on. There it goes. Yeah, it doesn't take much to put this thing back together. It's built that well. All you have to do is just open it up and rethread it. Now let's go ahead and close that back up. What happened? Oh, good. All the way. There it goes. Okay, and there we go. Nice. I have no idea what piece flew away. Oh, right there, that edge. I'll find it later. Anyway, so now we'll just flip it up here on its side. On the big broad side, I think that's going to be best. Yes! So, in here, I put down four long, 2 wide, really long slopes. They didn't work. They were too sharp of an angle. So what I ended up doing is stacking 2 of the slope pieces that come with the road plates in there. And those 2 stacked road pieces gave enough of a length to this, actually stretched it out to 6 studs long, and that allowed for the vehicle to go in and out without, you know, raising up the front end too far. I think that works out a lot better. That's the best I could do without trying to stretch this out even further and figuring out how to put in another slope. I think that was the best I could do. Now, I built this huge open area. I had other plans for it, but what it ended up becoming is the base for this hidden staircase in here that Tony Stark can use to get to his secret apartment and engineering bay and armory and stuff. The next floor up is going to be where I start putting in the armor pods from the Hall of Armor. Not the new one, because the new one's just a little too big for what I'm trying to do. So I'm just going to be using the old one. Do I have one of the old ones just laying about, ready to be used in this video by any chance at all? Negatory. No, I do not. Anyway, I'm going to be using one of the old builds, a few of them, and stacking them up. They should look really nice in there. And that's the plan for what's going to happen on the second story above this area. Is where the Hall of Armor is going to start, and I'm also going to have a little mini bar and a opening, doorway openings, so that this top of the garage becomes a nice balcony Tony Stark and the other Avengers can use. Now over here is the um, inside of the post little post area. Most of it's hidden by this gear assembly, but it's in there. And there's a little walkway that goes to a door. I never like it whenever there's not a way a minifigure can get in and out of a location. So I figured install the door there because that's I had to bring this wall out anyway to put the ATM machine in place, and it just kind of worked as a bonus. Then you have the bicycle shop. I put in the little toolbox area that came with the bikes. You build with the bicycle shop in there against the far wall under the stairs, and there's a bicycle, half of a bicycle on display in the middle, and a bunch of like little things in a shelf on the side. It's more of an less of a shop and more of just a place to go to repair, maintain your own bicycles. Um, then I of course have this nice stairway I built out of tile, out of plates. Goes all the way up to a big flat area that won't have any floors. The second floor won't have anything to do with this area, but the third floor, I'm going to build some pieces that will stretch it up, and it's actually going to help support the third floor, is the general plan of that. Now I flip it. Oh, and on the back, I have this nice little pond and a little canal that goes all the way through the Lego structure. So let's flip it back onto its bottom and show you the back end. And on the back end here, I have all sorts of fun things. I've got these big windows across the back for the to illuminate the garage area where Tony parks his car. And then I also have a bicycle rack that stores one bicycle. This bicycle's missing its wheel, hence why it is stored outside the bicycle shop. It's actually going to end up being stored over here somewhere, but I haven't really gotten to finishing up the details on the exterior. I've been working on the interior too much. But yeah, all in all, that is the M.I.L.S plate so far, the Iron Man Hall of Armor that I've got going on. And I hope that y'all have enjoyed this episode and the update on this structure as I built it. I've spent since the last video, been off and on, pill farting around with this, building it up, making it look nice, and it's actually turned out pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, thank you again for watching today's video. I've got Cream over here, but she's sleeping on the floor again. Silly cat. Thank you so much for watching, and leave comments below. What do you think of the build so far? Give me ideas on how to stop this garage door from, well, giving it a way to actually stop itself. That would really help. I'm trying my best to figure that out. I will keep giving you an option, trying to figure it out. But any help is much appreciated from you, my viewers and my listeners. And yeah, until next time, thank you again for watching. Bye bye for now.